Alright, so second take of this video. This is the Instagamer, and this is going to be my first impressions of Pokemon Moon for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, this game came out, I believe, November 18th of this year. Given this year, if you're watching this, still in 2016. Pokemon Moon and Sun is like the new installment of the Pokemon franchise. A lot of us knowing what Pokemon is with the launch of Pokemon Go. Like I said, Moon and Sun, maybe Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and yeah, I said that right, and X and Y, so on and so forth. We all know and we're all familiar with the Pokemon series. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is the last Pokemon that is going to be on 3DS. I don't know if that's entirely true, but basically this is the last one that's going to be the style of Omega Ruby and X. I did not play X and Y. I do have, in fact, I'm just going to grab it just for the fact we're talking about Pokemon. I do have Omega Ruby, and I did play that about 60-70 hours into that, and I'm about 50 hours into this. This only came out about a month ago, so I mean, a little bit over a month ago. But basically, it's a new region, the Alola region, and you have 3 new starters right there: Litten, Popplio, and Rowlet. Ironically, because of Wonder Trade, I have all 3 of those starters. I actually have it booted up right now, except no sound, because I know Nintendo is very anal about it. In fact, might get in trouble just for fucking showing you gameplay of it, but first impressions, whatever. But as you can see, it's basically, I'm riding around on a Tauros right now. Say if I'll try to get into a battle so I can at least show you. But as you can see, they do a little bit of a redesign. And there's Incineroar. That is the final evolution for the Fire starter. So, right here we're brought back to a familiar, fighting menu. As you can see, shows you, how much of what level your Pokemon is at, how far leveled up they are, how many, Pokemon you got in your team, how much. I mean, that's a wild one, but that's where it showed the enemy one right there. And then, right here you got Pokeballs, and if you want to try and capture it, you can swap to your different Pokemons right there. That is my team right there. Yes. These 3 are the starters. These are all final evolutions for the starters. Ducedai is grass, Primarina is water, and Incineroar is fire. Slazzles are very hard to get because you have to find a female Salandit and basically get that to evolve. I think at level 33 it evolves into a Slazzle. But basically the hard part about getting that is finding a female one, because it's only like a 12% chance or something like that of finding one. I found one on the very first go of ever getting it, so I got lucky on that. Anyways, you can also run one of the newer things about this is you see this. So this is Z power. So, as I was talking earlier about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they have not just Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but in X, Y, 2, they also have the Mega Evolutions. Basically, you can upgrade your Pokemon in a battle, and it'll make it, even more badass, adding to its stats and changing its look. So, in Moon and Sun, specifically in this video, I'm just going to be, talking about comparing Omega Ruby to Moon. But basically, you no longer have that. Instead, you give your Pokemon a Z-Stone. And each Z-Stone affects the type. So right now, Incineroar has his Z-Stone. It's his own. It's, meant for just him. He's the only one who can use it. And that is because he's the starter I picked. And Incineroar is the one I picked, and then Primarina and Ducedai are the ones I got off Wonder Trade. I don't know about you guys, but I was actually able to very easily get, that team off Wonder Trade. Did not take very long. But as you can see, it's doing his move. It's kind of like Mega Evolution, but it's basically they just do a certain move that is very OP. I don't know if their stats go through the roof. It's just the fact that move does a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Another thing is, you can now start grooming your Pokemon. So after battle, if you see that right there, I'm trying to pull out my stylus so I can actually show you guys this properly. Sorry, I'm doing this with my phone, so it's not, as I say that, I drop it, so it's not very professional. That's, what move is it? For who? Protects the Pokemon on the ground from status conditions and halves damage from dragon type. Give up 11 that. Oh. So as you can see, he's showing a little bit of emotion right there. So sometimes it'll come up, and right now it's dirt, so we need to get, I think it's a rag. We need to grab, yeah, to grab the rag and start cleaning it, and then he will show a little bit of motion, you know, some hearts come out, meaning he's happy with you. You can start, you know, scratching them, and basically it'll make it so they like you more. And it's kind of like training your Pokemon from Omega Ruby. Again, I don't know if it was in X or Y, but in Omega Ruby, how you could train your Pokemon, it's kind of like that. Not really. It's the closest thing I can compare it to, though. But, you know, gameplay is still the same. Still solidly good. Story, for the most part, without spoiling it, it's pretty good. A lot of people are saying that this is actually the hardest Pokemon, like, ever. Like, Moon and Sun are the hardest. I don't know why people are saying that. I have not. Put it to you this way. I just hit Hapu as the Kahuna. If you guys have this game, you might recognize what area I'm in, even. So, like I said, I'm thinking about halfway through the game I'm at. I just got the Master Ball about 5 hours ago, gameplay-wise. So, you know. And I have also put fairly good grind onto my team so far. They're all like mid 50, 60. So, you know, about a month more. I'd say they're going to be at 80, and then, you know, a month after that, they're going to be at 100. So maybe a month or two more of gameplay, and they'll be at that. But so far, this game is pretty solidly good. Can't speak too much for Sun, but Moon, as far as I'm concerned, literally the only difference is the legendaries. Like, that's it. And more stuff. More stuff happens at night in this one because, you know, Moon, and then more stuff happens in the day in Sun because Sun. And then the legendary right there. That's the only difference. But like I said, pretty solid, good game. $40 worth. Definitely worth your buy if you want to have a 3DS, or are a Pokemon fan. This is a must buy. Honestly, if you have a 3DS, you gotta have these games. Like, you gotta have at least Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire or Moon and Sun. But gone on long enough. Hopefully I've given you guys a good first impression that this game is good, the gameplay is solid, and the story is actually very compelling. I'm actually getting into the story, so I'm probably going to go play this some more. I'll probably do a review or another video on this just to let you guys know. Probably when my team hits 100 or something, I'll show you that, and end game status or something like that. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. Take it easy.